Do you want a shelter like this? The whole house is made of hundreds of logs. The level of attraction is definitely beyond your imagination, even if the weather outside is more than -30 degrees. It's snowing. Nor does it pose a threat to his life safety. What's more, there is a separate bathroom inside. In extremely cold weather, free flushing every day. With the footsteps of autumn quietly approaching, this may stem from Ake's desire for life in the wild. He and his cousin Xiaowu, a brand new fireplace was brought in overnight. Prepare for this upcoming cold season. Enjoy the warmth of home. Ake carefully placed the fireplace, located in a reserved area. Then quickly assemble the smoke exhaust pipe and adjust the angle. And considering the entire sanctuary, it's all wood. Therefore, its fire awareness is very high. He was deliberately around the shelter. Clear out a fireproof bag. The bottom is directly made of flame-retardant board. Make sure in case of fire, the fire will not spread rapidly. After he put the fireplace back in place, they started to build a smoke vent. Fix two wooden boards on both sides to act as rulers. Then cut carefully along the board with a saw. Make sure the size of the exhaust port is just right. After cutting is completed, it's late at night. Ake carefully baked to pieces. Pork belly evenly fat and thin, to entertain newcomers. And then the next day they woke up, burn a pot of black coffee, start a new day. Added a bit of warmth to this autumn morning. Subsequently, Ake began to complete the unfinished work of last night. And Xiaowu followed suit. Collect this free turf nearby to disguise the outside of the shelter. Just to be on the safe side, flame retardant panels are also used around the smoke window, and then they wrap it in foil. After some time, the smoke window is tightly wrapped. It looks safe and beautiful. Then, Ake couldn't wait to grasp the normal. Start testing the smoke exhaust system of the new fireplace. The smoke exhaust system of the fireplace passed the test successfully. Ake is very satisfied with this. At the same time, Xiaowu's work efficiency is very high. He completed more than half of the entire roof. Ake quickly made a pot of hot coffee. Give them both some strength. Since the new home is built 2 meters underground, in order to be able to breathe fresh air every day, Ake uses a chainsaw. A window was sawed out on the side of the window, then the prepared pipeline. Deep inside the shelter, a ventilation system used as a shelter. After he fills the gaps around him with blowing agent, and Ake began to build the gateway. Excavated soil. It just happens to be used in shelters. Finish the finishing touches on the roof. Finally, the same layer of turf can be laid to complete. With previous construction experience, the passage at the door only needs to be designed according to the designs. Build a strong defensive barrier. With the help of a rain cloth. No longer worry about the return of sand. Forever here. After he finishes this, and installs some wooden boards as temporary pedals, it is convenient for Ake and Xiaowu to enter and exit the shelter as night falls. Ake added some wood to the fireplace. Then he took out some ingredients. Start making dinner tonight. Xiaowu has been a chef in Langshan for 2.5 years. Learning experience. Although there is no Mountain Dew on weekdays, but you can always show your hand at the crucial moment. He offered to ask Ying to help Ake prepare dinner together. And Ake is washing and chopping vegetables. The two cooperate tacitly. Soon the dinner preparations were completed. After the ingredients are out of the pot, the two sat around the fireplace. Enjoy this dinner prepared by yourself. After waking up the next day, the same cup of coffee refreshes the mind. They're standing at the window, bathed in the first rays of the morning sun. The main task today is to perfect the channel. First, gather the logs on both sides into the same length. And then Acre processed a series of planks. Xiaowu is pushing the trolley to continue to improve the roof. After Acre has cut enough planks, and we started building stairs. The first is on the wall. Fix support plate at the corresponding position on the side. And the planks on it are matched with wild abyss, secure with wild screws. As time goes by, both sides of the original simple wall, gradually there is a travel of stairs. Every step is monitored reliably. However, just as Acre had just completed it, a rain suddenly came, ticking on the newly built staircase. Looking at the staircase that has just been painstakingly built by the rain, I can't help but feel anxious. But thankfully it wasn't raining heavily. It didn't take long for it to stop. Sudden rain. Although the water has brought some small episodes, but it also proves its insistence on reliable quality. When the weather improves, Ake will complete the lighting window of the product installed above the passage building. This is a light window designed by Ake himself. Made of transparent and sturdy materials, ensures sufficient light. After cleaning that can effectively withstand wind and rain, use a blowing agent to fill in the surrounding gaps. Then wrap it in a tarp. Finally, the soil is backfilled into the surrounding voids for burial. Never give Xiaofeng a chance to stroll. Rear Acre portable mail saw. We found a koala in a kiosk. After a friendly exchange, I cheated a lot of planks. When you come back, cover it over the channel opening. Then two horizontal planks are installed on top. Reinforcement with nails. It forms an extended door panel. After finishing, connect the pairs with lotus leaves. The door to the shelter is done. Finally, wrap the door panel with a waterproof part. Take advantage of the night to lay turf on both sides. This not only enhances concealment, it also prevents the infiltration of rainwater, make the shelter more stable and comfortable. In the early autumn season, there is still a trace of summer lingering warmth. The entire jungle has lost its former vitality. Xiaowu shuttles through the mottled forest to collect stands. And Acre is holding a hacksaw. Cut the door panel in half from the middle. And the collected TV display. Added a bright green to the door. Not only can it bring good concealment, it can also have a good effect of thermal insulation. The main reason why wooden doors are divided into two is to prevent the blizzard from coming. A single door is easily compacted by snow, and there is an embarrassing scene that cannot be opened. The two doors disperse the pressure. In a season like this, every detail is particularly important. They are preparing for the coming winter. Well prepared. And then we're done. They covered the skylight with planks. Then it's just like before, splicing these planks together with wild iron nails. In order to achieve the best concealment effect, there is still a layer of green light laid on it. Stage. Now even if there are beasts that haunt nearby to trample, also hard to find, this carefully camouflaged skylight. Then Ake carefully polished a section of the pressure. Secure it to the cover of the skylight. It will become much silky when opened and closed in the future. Someone is curious, how does he get electricity in the wild? This miniature power generation system is exactly the courage to survive here. Can ensure some small, frequent use of power tools. And knowingly, Acre, I have spent more than half a year here. The wood in the wall has developed a severe oxide layer. After Ake puts on his protective gear. Hand sander. Start with these old walls. Carry out renovation work, and he's operating it very carefully. Try not to damage the overall structure of the wall. With the hum of the grinder, the oxidized wood on the wall gradually reveals fresh wood color. Push stop. Use a brush to remove debris from the wall. Check the effect of sanding. Divide for the next indoor area. Be fully prepared. After confirming that each place is polished flat and smooth, he cleaned up the floor. and added insulation pads to the fireplace. This thermal pad is made of high-temperature resistant material. Even the fire in the fireplace is in sight. Don't worry about Mars landing on the ground. Cause unnecessary danger. At the same time, Xiaowu is busy preparing ingredients, selecting fresh vegetables and fruits. Prepare to cook a sumptuous dinner. He sliced the vegetables into even slices. Place on a plate. Xiaowu skillfully handles the ingredients. The ground beef is carefully selected. The meat is tender, fat and thin. It seems to increase your appetite. And then some canned peanuts. And a box of canned corn. And then a bag of ketchup. Mix it well. Add water and simmer for 30 minutes. Wait for the ingredients to come out of the pot. They can sit around the table. Enjoy this meal. The next day they both woke up. Ike hurriedly opened the door of the shelter. Still greeted with a cup of hot coffee. The first ray of sunshine in the morning. He stands on the threshold. Deep. Take a breath of this air mixed with natural aromas. Feeling the unique coolness and tranquility of early autumn mornings, the sun shines through the sparse leaves, spots sprinkled on his face. After bringing a little warmth, he took a roll of cotton from his backpack, filling in the gaps in the walls that were polished yesterday. To ensure heat can be more efficiently retained indoors, Ike carefully put the thermal insulation cotton tucked into the gap little by little. Don't miss any place that may leak air. Ike looked at his results with satisfaction. Give yourself a big thumbs up. However, the arrival of an autumn rain broke the tranquility. Raindrops tap on the roof of the shelter. Ike realized that the pace of autumn has quietly accelerated. The cold winter season is approaching. The two of them have a clear division of labor. Xiaowu is responsible for painting the polished part with wood wax oil. Ike began to divide the functions of the interior. He was going to carve out the kitchen first. And he had a selection of planks that he had prepared. After he carefully measured and cut, spliced them together into a strong wall. And for the non-specification of the top, it needs to be handled separately to ensure the effect of the construction. Beautiful and beautiful. After doing this, Ike moved to the inside of the kitchen. Measure repeatedly with water. Several blocks of square wood were fixed to act as load-bearing joists. Then lay the planks up and down in turn. This kitchen workbench is taking shape. The bottom part also needs to be equipped with to support woods to enhance stability. He picked up the plank that had already been prepared. After accurate measurement and comparison, carefully fasten them to work. The bottom of the stage. Make a partition in order to obtain more storage space. With his ingenious design skills. But we can handle a renovation team here. After completing these, he measured and carved marks on the countertop. Compliance removes unwanted parts in the middle. Cut out an appropriately sized opening. In order to install a vegetable basin for washing vegetables, above the vegetable basin, install another water tank. After tightening the faucet that comes out of the water, he went straight to the river with the bucket in his hand. Beat a bucket of clean river water. Pour it into the tank. In the future, whether it is washing vegetables or washing, will become much more convenient. After, he turned to do the last step of the cabinet. Install the cabinet door. He picked a few pieces, wood panels that match the overall style. Fix them on the cabinets one by one. Make sure every door opens and closes smoothly. 4. Further enhance the aesthetics and practicality of cabinets. It is also necessary to repeatedly polish the surface of the halo bed, enhance the alkali resistance and gloss of wood. And then install a snack bin at the bottom. Now, he can be temporarily put into use. But I want it to last longer. Also apply a layer of wood wax oil. This layer of wood wax oil not only protects the wood protection from moisture and recasting, it can also add a warm glow to the entire cabinet. Zeta carefully mix the wood wax oil, paint evenly on each board. Ensure every inch of wood can be fully nourished. After painting is completed, he used the leftover scraps, spliced together a small bench. After the table is refixed, and there's an elaborate shelf hanging from it. And now look at the sanctuary. I finally have a touch of the warmth of home. Goodbye Akish is the season of early winter. The jungle was covered with a thin layer of snow. Ake hurriedly opened the wooden door of the shelter. Benefit from an early steady strategy. After inspection, the internal condition of the shelter remains unchanged. The first thing you do indoors is to get the fireplace burning. Quickly disperse the cold inside. Take advantage of this warming time. Ake lights the candle of the candlestick. For this cold space, added a warm and soft glow. Looking at the fireplace in a state of falling apart, Ake immediately went to the roof to find out why. It was a chimney. The interior is blocked by thick soot. He carefully placed this. The hot potato is dismantled, and fine branches to clean the aloe vera inside. After all his efforts, the shallots are finally unblocked. The fire in the fireplace grew stronger. The whole shelter warms up. After this is done, he comes to the area where the sewer pipe was pre-planted. Now, we just have to dig it up. Then dig a ditch river in the middle, with a long tube connected to the kitchen drainage system. And then finally, they fill in the dirt. Bury the newly laid water pipe. And he goes outside. Uproot the previous section of the positioning assembly. Then go back to the kitchen and pour in some river water tests. Flowing smoothly through the newly laid pipe. Make sure this new drainage system is working properly. In order to cope with the upcoming severe cold weather, Aker decided to go inside the area, at a wicket. To withstand the cold, I saw that he first stuffed the gap in the wall with moss. Salty, prevent the cold wind from seeping through the cracks in the walls. In order to achieve the effect of heat preservation, and then covered it with planks. Adds an extra layer of protection to the walls. To ensure the stability of the wooden board, Ake also used wild iron nails to fix it firmly. It can also be used as a door frame for small doors. Make sure the wicket it can be kept closed even in severe cold. And it's done. The bedroom area is also divided. Use the leftover planks in shelter. A simple partition was built inside the shelter. Split the formerly spacious space in two, so that even on a cold winter night, the bedroom area is also kept relatively warm. For Aker, provide a more comfortable resting environment. After Ake stitched together the remaining planks, assembled into an airtight door panel. Then use lotus leaves to fix it to the door frame. After installation, Ake gently pushed it open and tried the door panel to fit tightly. There was no leak. Do it all. Ake stands in front of the west gate. I couldn't help but give myself a big like. Leon's work has long made him feel exhausted. He decided to cook a hearty meal. Treat yourself. When the low temperature comes up, put the 2 steaks in. As the tear rises, the surface of the steak quickly turned black. After sprinkling some tasty seasonings, with some tomatoes and some buckwheat bread. 1 color, fried steak with full flavor and you're done. After a full meal, Ake tidied up his sleeping bag. As exhaustion creeps in, Ake's consciousness began to blur. He slowly closed his eyes, sink into sleep. The next morning, Ake wakes up and writes a few letters on the glass. Start the day with a cup of strong coffee. The most indispensable thing in the wild is wild cherry. Fortunately, Ike was prepared. He took out the sanger and installed it on the air exchange duct. To do this, not only can it prevent mosquitoes and small animals in the wild enter the shelter, it keeps the air flowing. Today's main task, just before the blizzard. Have enough planks ready. It's critical to survive in the wild. So it kept busy late. After dawn, Ike put the planks he dealt with last night, moved to the open space on the side of the shelter, brought back a peculiar tree stump by the way. Polished by his skillful hands, it instantly becomes a decent bench. This bench is not only strong and durable, and it also blends perfectly with his home improvement style. And then he took out the plastic bucket that had been prepared, then did a deep pit at the end of the sewage pipe until the size fits the bucket. Then you make a round hole in the side of the bucket. Then connect the drain pipe to it. Is that so? He has an efficient sewage system. Apparently Acre's standards for environmental protection. They set very high standards. An exhaust pipe is also inserted into the cover plate to prevent the backflow of odors from affecting the indoor air. And then we camouflaged it with turf. After some careful adjustments, make the entire sewage system. It blends in perfectly with its surroundings. With the continuous upgrading of new additions, the previous temporary table can't satisfy Ike. The pursuit of quality of life. Therefore, Ike picked a hardboard. I saw that he first fixed the support wood on the wall, then placed the table board firmly on it. The other end is supported by some lumber. The bottom is fixed directly with lotus leaves. In order to occupy enough internal space, this time the dining table Ike adopts a suspended design. And then he put a log on the roof, with wild bars to secure the sides. Make sure the log doesn't come loose easily. And then he goes through a wire rope on it. After marking the wire rope vertically to the tabletop, punch holes directly at the corresponding position with a flashlight, and you run the wire rope through it. To ensure the stability of the wire rope, Buck added buckles at the bottom. The fixed dining table looks at the finished dining table in front of you. Buck is happy like a 180-kitty child. Since the entire wooden house is made entirely of wood, he installed a fire extinguisher within easy reach. As night falls, it was completely dark, and it sent a chill through him. So Ike hurriedly closed the wooden door. Start making dinner tonight. He put the cut chicken breast in a crock pot with some fresh baby potatoes. Pour some milk and seasoning into it. Now just simmer in the fireplace for 25 minutes. Time goes by minute. Ike can't wait to put the crock pot removed from the fireplace. A strong aroma came to the nose. Ike bit into a spoonful. Can't wait to taste it. Fresh chicken, beauty, and the density of small potatoes are intertwined in its memorable. With the arrival of the Siberian snow season, the scene of being wrapped in silver covers the vast earth. After the blizzard, it not only brings cold, it also brings endless joy and beauty. Ike dragged the snow away with difficulty, walking through the snow. After a 2.5-hour trek, he finally reached the sanctuary. Although the door to the shelter has been closed, covered in heavy snow. But he wasn't discouraged. Quickly remove tools from the sled. Start clearing snow. Fortunately, the temperature is not very low yet. The snow is not as hard as expected. It made it easier for him to clean up. Ike waved the shovel in his hand while observing the surrounding environment. My heart is full of this joy and love of the snow. As the snow cleared away, the two doors of the sanctuary gradually emerge. After he successfully entered the room, no trace of leakage was found, and he was very relieved. Arjun. Acre ignites brew. Warm fire instantly dissipated the moisture from the body, and then Acre boils a pot of hot water. Make a pot of hot tea. While waiting, he withdrew his heavy coat. hanging in the area above the fireplace to dry. As the fireplace continues to burn, the temperature throughout the sanctuary is also gradually rising. Become more comfortable and pleasant. Aker conducted a thorough inspection of the interior. After the tired body is relieved, he went outside to clear the snow, prevent them from blocking the ventilation pipe. At the same time, wipe the snow off the sunroof. Make sure the room gets enough natural light. When everything is ready, Akwang shepherding through a few buckets. He plans to walk while the sky is dark. Go to the nearby river to get some water. For emergencies, snow climbing pairs slide very smoothly on the snow. It arrived at its destination soon. A series of river waters against the backdrop of ice and snow. It looks so pure, due to the fact that both sides of the river covered with a thin layer of ice. It has to use the rope. Get water by throwing. After filling the bucket of shoelaces, he tugs on Shapari. Feel him moving slowly through the snow. The resistance encountered after returning to the shelter. He dried the soaked protective gear, and the shoes are dry directly on the side of the fireplace. Then he assembles his new tools. We take a plank and turn it into little squares. These blocks are then fastened to the doorframe of the inner door. Up. The gaps are out. Also wrap it in some thermal insulation cotton. Make sure there is no drifting breeze coming in. As for the ventilation pipe on one side, Aker provided it with a fine courtesy. The angle of the polite droop is just right to guide the wind direction. Avoid wind and snow pouring directly into the shelter. After this is done, it takes out a bucket of wood wax oil. Do a meticulous maintenance for his atmospheric dining table. He carefully dipped the brush in the wood wax oil. Apply evenly to every corner of the dining table. Wood wax oil gradually penetrates into the texture of the wood. Make the surface of the dining table glow with warm, moisturizing luster. After Ake had some tea, he began to build his unique bathroom in the wild. These planks were purchased from his flooring room, and they have bayonet designs on both sides. It is also very convenient to install. He just needs to move these planks, splice it together according to the predetermined position. The rest was given to wild nails. With the pieces of wood, it's pinned to the wall. It's late at night. Ake crawls in the door. Take a deep breath of fresh air. The moonlight in the sky is particularly bright tonight, like a pearl hanging in the night sky. Moments later, he closed the door and went back inside. Take out a variety of ingredients and start making dinner tonight. The ingredients tonight are also quite rich. It's not just beef and onions, yellow carrot, thick potato chips, red tomatoes and tomatoes, purple black and purple black eggplant. Anyway, he did it faster than I said. Now just add enough firewood to the fireplace. Simmer for 30 minutes. The food in the pot gradually becomes soft and rotten. Ake brings the pot to the table. Start enjoying this sumptuous dinner. However, after he had eaten and drank, suddenly I received a telegram from my friend Denai. He expressed his intention to stay for a few days, so Aker set off immediately. Return home overnight to greet this old friend who has been away for 2.5 months. Then Ake disappeared into the darkness.